Good morning, everyone, and good evening, everybody in Asia and South Asia. I miss you all, and I hope today we will have a good time together. Before we start today, uh, I want to say to my beloved people in Indonesia, as I promised you before, to give you my book for free as soon as it's finished, translation to the language of Indonesian. I keep my promise. This is the book. I will post the link. I want people to download it immediately because the link will be disabled soon due to the many click. This is what Google do. If many people are clicking at the same time, usually they will disable it. And me myself, I will remove it. So I want people to share the link in the beginning, just only to download, and then please make your own link. Share it in your own G drive. It's very easy. If you do not know how to post a file in G drive, you can watch any video on YouTube and then share it with your friends all over Indonesia. Now, just before I post this book, I did not read it because I don't speak the language, and I'm assuming that the translator, he did a great job. So I want to say thank you for the translator, and I hope that's all of us. We pray for this person. He did really a volunteer job. He did not get paid. He did not get a penny. I don't even know him. He don't know me. So the Lord always provide us with good people to do the good work, and I'm very thankful for this person, even though I never even spoke to him. And I'm thankful for everybody help me in what I do, but because we care really, and because book, for me, it can provide me an income, as you know. But having more than 200 million people in a country who need badly such information, so they will leave this cult. It's more important than making a few dollars to support me, and the Lord always is our provider. So this is the link. Click in it and be sure that, just tell me please if the download is working, and right away after you download it, please post the book in different G drive and share it with your people. And this is again Indonesian book only. No one allowed to share any other book than this one, Indonesian. All right, let us download please and share it with your people, and share it by making your own link. As I said, this link soon will be disabled, so you will have your own link, and let everybody read and let everybody laugh at the claim that Quran is full of science. This is Quran and science, and everybody will see, after reading this book, that Islam and science, they don't match at all. It's a joke. It is a total joke. And they try to manipulate you, try to fool you, try to make you believe in something does not exist. And this is the whole point of approving our claim that if Islam is a good religion, why they need to lie to us to make us believe in this cult? You know what I mean? This is a very clear proof that this religion is not a good religion. In the same time, I want the Ustad of Indonesia, the Ustad of Indonesia is who they are. As we saw, the Ustad of Indonesia, they will not make a speech unless they get paid $6,000. I want them to read my book, especially now it is for free, especially now it is in Indonesian, so they have no excuse whatsoever. Those Indonesian Ustads, who they are fooling many naive people, they are defending what? Read and be my witness. Everything you will see in front of you from their books, everything with reference, everything is coming from their own writing. This is the handwriting of Muslims. This is what is collected by Muslims through centuries. This is Muslim book, not Christian book, which mean me, they are just making comment about what we see. That's it. Otherwise, the book really is made by the Muslims. All what I did, I transformed the information from a language to a language, and then I add my own comment. You can notice where's my comment where I'm saying what is that, what is this, and that's it. The rest of the book is Islamic book. It's 100% almost an Islamic book. So how this is can be a religion? How those people, they can explain to us what they have, what they believe in. What is the Ustad of Indonesia to answer my book and to refute me? I want people who they are Indonesian to cut the part where we are speaking about giving the book for free, making it challenge to all Indonesian Ustad, and make it with its own independent video, short video, before we start our main video for today, and say, hey Ustad, the one you call yourself Ustad, where are you? When you are going to answer this guy? Here we go. Now he have a book in Indonesian language, and you have no excuse to say I don't know what he's saying. Now those who want to get my books in other languages, you can order them from Amazon.com. All right, we have 4 books published just in the last 48 hours. 6 and Allah in Germany, in German language, and 6 and Allah in Dutch, volume 1 and volume 2. All right, so we are waiting for the Ustad, and look at their smile. I mean, they are really professional, and for sure they knew what they are talking about. Are you kidding me? They can answer you so easy, Christian Prince. Like, come on. Those Ustad, you know, not only they are good in eating your food and shish kebab and asking you for a lot of money for a speech, they are good in answer too. You want to bet? Just wait. They will make an answer you cannot believe. Who was here yesterday when we have 2 Muslims who speak Arabic and they claim to be sheikhs? And we showed them what it says in their prophet book, that if the prophet his eye fall into a woman, the husband must divorce her immediately. Do you remember what happened? The video is there. And the Muslim, they flagged the video. They thought they can take it down, but you cannot. First of all, people, they download my videos immediately. Secondly, some of them even they stream it to their private, and then after we finish streaming, they publish it, which means it's already saved. Secondly, YouTube did not take your side, because we don't teach hate, and we will never teach hate against Muslims. Actually, all my work, because I love Muslims, not because I hate them. Otherwise, why I want to give the major of people who will be able to read my book now for free is Muslims, not Christians, because Christians are a minority in Indonesia. So we love Muslims, and we will never hate them. And a Christian person, he cannot be Christian if he hate people around him, including the Muslims. So me and myself, if I became a hater or a person who hate the Muslims, that's mean I am not a Christian no more. I hate lies. I hate deception. I hate to see Muslims being deceived. I hate to see the Muslims being lied to. I hate to stay watching and not to save them, because I love them. We don't hate the Muslims, and we will never hate them. Everything we do is an act of love, not an act of hate. Now, that being said, I hope the Indonesian will take this part of the video, cut it off from the rest of this video, and they will publish it as a gift for the people of Indonesia, with my love to all of you. Indonesia is very beautiful country, and Indonesia deserves better. Indonesia is an amazing country for 2 reasons. It's not only the land. The land is a land, and all lands is created by God, so all lands are beautiful. But there is something very unique. You have people who have good heart. So not only they are people who they are created by God, they are people who have a good heart. So this beautiful land is occupied with the beautiful people, and those people, they deserve the best. And really, I love them. I love people in Philippines. I love people in India. You know, God, he loves his people. This is why he will never leave you alone. Always he will send you somebody to help you and to give you what you need to know. So with this, we start our topic for today, and because this is a new video, we have to start with a new music again. Sorry for that. Thank you. All right, we're back. Evidence of the truth of the Prophet Muhammad. You know, sometimes you see the title. If you are a believer, your eyes now will be feel full of tears, like evidence of the truth of the Prophet Muhammad. I mean, and look at the question. The question is really embarrassing. The question: there is a converted Christian who does not believe in Quran, which means he is a Muslim who became a Christian. That's what this guy is saying. We had many arguments over this issue. Still, he does not believe Muhammad is being a prophet of God. I somehow feel that I should help him in knowing the actual truth. I mean, this is actual truth. Can you help me? And for sure, he's asking the scholars. And come on, the scholars will help you. The scholars will help you. Praise be to Allah. First of all, it is essential to understand that guidance to true religion Islam and believe in the Prophet Muhammad, peace be and blessing of Allah be upon him. Of Allah be upon him. A blessing of Allah, and this is okay. And then the message he brought come about only by Allah, by the help of Allah. Okay, how Muslims, how we know that this is happening by the help of Allah? Secondly, how we know that even your Allah is exist? That we require to explain this and produce evidence to it. This guy is asking you for the evidence. There is a great deal of a clear evidence, guys. Take a note. Clear evidence. I mean, they are not confusing, they are clear. The one who seek to find out the truth about the prophethood of a Prophet Muhammad. You know, guys, they can't even say his name without saying sallallahu alayhi wasallam, which does not mean peace be and blessing of him. It's mean Allah pray on him. Imagine how much they worship this man. What, you know, Christians who believe Jesus is God, we say Jesus. We Christian, we believe in Jesus as God. What we say Jesus. Why only your man? He need a long line of praising. His name alone is the praised one, which is the name of God. This is what Muhammad mean. But this is how much they worship this man. Based on fear. Allah chose him even though he had grown up as an orphan and was illiterate. Even though, I mean, what does this have to do with this? I mean, do God choose people have to be son of somebody? Okay, what about Jesus? He is not, he have no father. Your Muhammad is an orphan. Jesus, he don't have a father at all. According to Islam, knowing neither how to read, how to write. And by the way, where do you Muslims get this is from? Like, when he don't know how to write, how to read. Any Muslim can show me the evidence so we can laugh? Not a single evidence says that. The Quran never say that Muhammad was illiterate in the meaning he cannot read and write. And this is telling us that those who follow Muhammad today, they are unaware of their own scriptures. The word ummi in Arabic is the same as gomai in the Hebrew, which means from the nations. He is not from the Jews. He is illiterate about the true God. That's all. Have nothing to do with Muhammad being able to read. Muhammad is copying the Jews in everything. Chapter 2 verse number 78. And there are among them illiterate who know not the book. I mean, why you are blind? Who is the illiterate? Is the one who know not the book. Do you see it? Illiteracy is not about knowing how to write, how to read. This is religious teaching. This is religion. So religion, when you speak about illiteracy, speaking about someone who do not know God, not about someone who do not know how to write, how to read. Just to give you an example, The Muslim, they call us the people of the book. Does that mean all of us we knew how to read the book? There's no illiterate in the time of Muhammad. All of them, they used to go to Harvard University. All the Christians are called, and the Jews called, the people of the book. Why? That's because they are not illiterate. Muhammad was sent to the illiterate, which means he was not sent to the Christians. In the beginning of his life, he was supposedly claiming to be a messenger to the Arab pagan like him. Read carefully. The translation here is wrong. It says, I have submitted myself. This is a lie. I surrender myself. Let me zoom in. Muslim Piyabara, just to bring your dad and not talk to kids. You have enough videos of you on YouTube. I feel sorry for you. I have surrendered myself entirely to Allah. So everyone who follow me and say that to those who have not been given the book and the illiterate, do you see it? Guys, do you see the evidence from the Quran? So the Quran divide people between two kind of people. Those who have the book, which mean the Christians and the Jews, and those who they are unlearned. You see the ignorance? They can't even explain, they can't even understand their Quran. And yet they spread all over rumors that Muhammad was illiterate. He was not. This is why there's a hadith when Muhammad is supposedly in the bed of death. He says, bring to me, I want a paper, I want a pen, I want to write something for you. After that you will never lose your guidance. And this is a Sahih hadith. So how a person who is illiterate, he says, bring me a paper, and the Muslim, they start, don't. Umar ibn Khattab, he says, qad hajara Muhammad, which means Muhammad became crazy. Don't give him a paper. Hajar, you know, his brain immigrated his head. He's lost his mind. Because, and he said, so what the Quran for? Now he's going to write for us. And this is additional proof that Muhammad is a false prophet. Because if the Quran is the book of Allah, what else you want to write for them? They will never lose their way. So what the Quran was for all these years. So as you see, the evidence is so clear. The meant it will be written by others. I don't know what Muslim they are talking about. Look what I'm talking about. And look what they are talking about. Muhammad said, bring me a paper and pen, bring me, not to bring someone to write for me. And here the verse in the front of you saying, there's people who are given the book and there's people who they are illiterate. If you don't like the translation, we can change it for you. We choose different, Abdul. Do you see it? Two kind of people, Christian and Jews, they follow the true God. The rest are pagan, like Muhammad. This is why a different verse in the Quran says, you know not what faith was, and you know not what is God. You know not what is the book. You know not what is faith. So Muhammad was a pagan, pure pagan all his life, 40 years of his life. And then after he became a prophet or announced himself a prophet, he's still a pagan because he came back to his roots. He tried in the beginning to convince the Jews that he believed in the same God they believe in. He tried to convince the Christian, but he failed. And as soon as he failed, he went back to the Kaaba. Muhammad was not praying to the direction of the Kaaba most of the time where he was announcing himself as a prophet. Do you know why? Because he was trying to prove to the Christian and the Jews, I am not pagan like the Arab. And when they did not listen to him, they did not accept him for a second, he decided to switch his face from praying in the direction of Jerusalem to pray in the direction of Al-Kaaba, because he is a false man. Now we go back to the article. So the first claim about saying Muhammad was an orphan, by the way, I don't think Muhammad was an orphan. I don't think even Muhammad was the son of this family. However, based on this in the Muslim books, Muhammad was born 4 years after his father's death, which is very funny. And this is why the Muslims believe that a Muslim woman, she can carrying a child even after her husband died for 4 or 5 or even 10 years, just because they want to cover up what happened with Muhammad. How Muhammad, his father, supposedly died 4 years ago, and then the mother today she delivered a child. You can search right now in Prophet Google, peace upon him, how long a woman she can be carrying a child in her womb, according to Islam. I can show you actually right now. You will see tons of reference speaking about women she can do that in Islam for many years. Let us see. And this is science, by the way. This is the Islamic science. The funny, there's a guy, he's in Patreon, he posts for me, he's saying, Christian Prince, you are ignorant about the science of Islam. Yeah, I am ignorant about the science of Islam. أطول مدة تمكثها المرأة في الحمل. The longest period a woman she can be carrying a child. All right, the person is asking question, okay, for how long a woman she can carry a baby? All right, now I'm going to translate the page in English. You see, this is Islam Key A info, the same website where it's answering them about the guy who left Islam, the same website, but this is in Arabic. All right, so let us do this. The answer is not the Christian Prince answering, this is Muslim answering. Translate it please to us. Google now is doing the magic, translating. All right. Number one option, 9 months. Number two option, read carefully with me please, 1 year. Number three option, 2 years. Number four option, 3 years. We are getting up now. Sorry, I need to get some water. Number four option, 3 years. Number here it says number four again. He repeat the same, 4 years, which is doctrine of the Shafi'i and Hanbali, and the most famous word of Maliki. I mean, who is left? This is the most majority of the Sunni. So 4 years. 4 years. Okay, continue. 5 years, Imam al-Malik. 6 years. 7 years. It's like an auction, you know. And then here it says etc and Bin Baz blah 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 blah, you know. Okay, what the number he says, yeah, they are giving you more numbers. But I don't see here the 10 years. I don't know why he did not mention it. So this is the Islamic science. So imagine you divorce your wife, after 8 years she call you, say, hey Abdul, come and pay for the bill for the hospital, I just delivered a child. Yeah, I divorced you 10 years ago. Stupid idiot, don't you know that in Islamic teaching, brother, you can have a baby even after 10 years from divorcing me? The guy, he divorced you 10 years ago and now you delivered his baby. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. There's no 10 years in the fatwa, but there is 10 years. This is a fatwa. So here the max they reach here is 7 years. Actually here they say there is no end. There is no end, which means can be 20 years. You see it? No end. Any comment? Anyway, then here he continues saying, you can read, let us go to the evidence. The revelation of Allah was bestowed upon the prophet, peace upon, here we go, and the angel revelation. Okay, how we can be sure? There's no witnesses. There's a guy, his name is Muhammad. He says he sees somebody, his name is Jibril. And then after some time we discovered that Jibril, he looked exactly like a guy, his name is Dahya al-Kalbi. How we know that this guy really seen in Jibril? If we go right now in the hadith, what we will find? Read and love. My keyboard today is acting. I type something, it comes something else. Huh. Give me a second to show you the hadith. All Muslim witness that Muhammad was seen a false angel. He came to him in the image of a guy, his boyfriend, his name Dahya al-Kalbi. This one cannot be found too. Hold on. Let us see this hadith. There's many hadith, but not all of them translated. Do you see it? In different hadith, it says it clearly that he looked exactly like this. Is a translation. He looked exactly as Dahya al-Kalbi. Let me get you that one. So Muhammad, he meet his boyfriend, and Dahya al-Kalbi was a very handsome man, young man, and Muhammad, he claimed that this is Jibril. Read carefully. Is that my word? Is that a hadith rejected? Is it authentic? It is, yes, authentic. It says Muhammad is speaking, saying, I do not know him more than any man among you. That was Jibril, peace be upon you, who come down in the form of Dahya al-Kalbi. I mean, how clear we can make it more than this? But Dahya al-Kalbi is a guy, he live in the town and he come to the house of Muhammad every day. So Muhammad, he claim that this guy, each time he come, this is Jibril. Dahya al-Kalbi was a very handsome man. And according to Muhammad, Dahya al-Kalbi is coming in the image of this man. So now we have two Dahya al-Kalbi in town. Is that me saying that? No, this is your prophet, this is your writing, this is your printing, this is your website, this is your publishing. Indonesian people who did not download the book yet, please click at the link which posted previously about Quran and Science in Depth, where we give the book in Indonesian language only in Indonesian language for free as a gift from me. Don't forget to do that. So who is Muhammad, and who was Muhammad seeing? Was he really seeing an angel of God? According to Muslims, Muhammad was a crazy man, and this is the proof. The Muslim, they say that the prophet was bewitched, but we knew in science there is no such a thing. What bewitched? A person who have mental issues at the old days, they say he was bewitched because they can't explain what happened and what's happening. Once the prophet was bewitched, so that he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he had not done. Do you see it? Okay, if you Muslims saying to me, and this is Sahih Bukhari, that you have a prophet, he imagined had done a thing. What, like what? Like what? Like he saw an angel? Like what? He went to the sky? Like what? He went to Jerusalem? It is you saying to us that the prophet, he imagined himself had done a thing. It's you. This is not the Christian, this is not the Jews, this is not the Hindus. This is you saying to us the prophet imagined that he had done a thing. In fact, he did not. If today we bring you a guy and we say that this guy, he imagined that he's done a thing, but in fact he did not, you don't even hire him for a job. Because if he work in a grocery store, he will imagine that he took money from that guy, but that guy did not pay. He will imagine that he delivered the grocery, but he did not. He put it in a different place. Maybe he did not even touch it. You cannot hire a person like this. Please, admin, if you don't mind, post the link. Here we go. This is the link again, guys, for the book. Don't forget to download it and share it in different link, because soon this link will be disabled. All right, this is temporary link, so please download the book, post it as you wish, whatever you want, in G Drive, share the link with your friends, etc. Again, this is Quran and Science in depth in Indonesian language, a gift from me as a free, nobody allowed to sell it back. All right, this is for free, and as soon we get Quran and Islam, sorry, the deception of Allah translated, I will post it for you again as a gift too. We are waiting for that to be done. So Muslims, who is a Muslim? He have something for us to say. You see, Muslims, we really loves you and we want to save you. How you believe in such a man? Your prophet cannot even work in the post office. Who is going to hire such a man? Hey Muhammad, did you deliver the mail? Yes, I delivered it. Second day, nobody get his mail. Why? Because the prophet was imagining. The prophet was imagining that he delivered. He is bewitched. I mean, aren't you worried that people will say to you, you are believing in a bewitched prophet? If I say right now, if from now on we start saying, hey, how is your bewitched prophet? The Muslim, they will feel insulted. But this is what you call him. Is that right? This is what you Muslim, and how you Muslim you present. So from now on we should say Prophet Muhammad, the bewitched, peace be upon him. Is that right, or I'm fabricating things? Prophet Muhammad, the bewitched prophet, or the bewitched Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him? Choose one. I don't know how you want to write it down. The one is asking how to get the book, my friend. They are posting a link for you. Click at the link and you can download it. And I hope Indonesian people later, they will post it around all over the internet, so Indonesia will have it easy. What do you think, Muslims? Can we call a Muslim saying to me, liar? Liar? Why? Liar? And liar in what? It says in the front of you, he was bewitched. And what bewitched mean? Mean controlled by the devil. Because according to Muslims, when the magic control you, the Muslim believe in magic. You know, the Old Testament speak about the magic, but this is what the magician thought about Moses. But Moses did not make magic. Moses, he made a miracle. For them, this is magic. And here we need to ask ourselves, when Muhammad was bewitched, where is the protection of Allah? Any Muslim? Where is Allah protection? Why all those things happen to Muhammad? Muhammad not only bewitched as Muslim they claim, and he began to imagine things. Muhammad, he have more far problems like this. Muhammad, he cannot even remember, or he imagined himself having sex with his wife, but in fact he did not. I mean, do you see how bad the case is? So how this man can be a prophet of God? This guy, he don't even remember if he have sex with his wife or not, and he think he had sex. How this person will recite Quran for us? This is why Muhammad, when he recite Quran, he cannot repeat the same verse twice correctly, because he's a fabricator. This is why Muhammad, in different place in the Quran, he says the following: which I find it one of the most hilarious verses in the Quran. Supposedly the one is talking is Allah. He says, none of our revelation do we abrogate or cause to be forgotten. Hold on. The Muslim, they say, we Muslims, we never forget Quran. Allah, he says, you Muslims, you cause to forget the Quran. Who of you is lying? I got you a witness, his name is Allah. This witness saying that yes, the Muslim caused to forget the Quran. You're Muslim, you say, no, we never forget the Quran. Okay, I want a Muslim to recite for me the chapter of breastfeeding for adult. Who wanna call me right now and recite for me the chapter of a breastfeeding? I'm really interested in this chapter, especially it's for adult. I am an adult, as you know. Have you ever heard of a prophet? He come with such an idea that if a woman, she have somebody, a male in her house, or she want to see a man alone, she have to give him her breast to suck it 10 times, and this is supposedly God. We are talking about the prophet evidence. This is always about evidence. What's wrong with you? Aren't you watching? This is all is about the evidence. What is evidence? Evidence is what Muhammad, the evidence, what Muhammad did. This is what Muhammad did. This is the accomplishment of a prophet of Allah. He taught Muslim women, he gave them verses from the sky. It came from the sky with a spaceship. The alien Jibril, he delivered it to Muhammad. The alien Jibril, he says, Muhammad, I want you to tell your people that a woman, she have to give her breast, boing, 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 and then a man, he have to suck it 10 different times until he is satisfied. This is the evidence, and they are big and round, and you are telling me what is the evidence? And they bounce. What do you mean, where is the evidence? What kind of a prophet this prophet is? And where is the verses? Here we go. Muslim, you say never forget Quran. I want you to recite for me the chapter of a breastfeed for adult. I want to make it as I want to sing it every day from the morning, especially like I'm single. I wake up in the morning, I say what I will. Okay, I don't take a breakfast, but I don't mind really. I mean, if there is a free milk, and they will suck what? Women, women, they are not a faucet when they have milk all the time. Women, they have milk only if they have a baby. So what breastfeeding for adult? The woman who came to Muhammad about this issue, she don't have a baby. So the guy, he will suck what exactly? To the point even Aisha, she was ordering her sister to suckle anyone who want to enter, or her nieces. who want to enter upon her. How that can be? So if you want to go and meet with Aisha, she have her sister sitting outside and say, hey, you want to see Aisha? I'm her secretary. You have to suckle my breast. Imagine if Aisha is still alive and this business is going. You will find like 10 millions every morning in your door. Men. Do we have any Muslim want to say something? So when they say to us that there is evidence about the prophet being a prophet, here we go. This is your evidence. And who ate the Quran? The Quran is preserved, brother. The Quran is preserved. Okay, what is your evidence that the Quran is preserved? It's preserved. Okay, I get it. What is your evidence that the Quran is preserved? Do you have any evidence? What do you have? What we have in front of us is the opposite. The Quran was not preserved. The Quran was eaten by a goat, and this is why if you go to the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, you will see the most wanted goat. She is wanted for her crime. She ate the Quran. And until now we are looking for this goat. If your God could not stop a goat from eating the Quran, what else? For sure you will accuse the Christian and the Jews that they are the one behind sending the goat to eat the Quran. So you Muslims now you will not enjoy the breastfeeding for adults. Actually, I am so angry from this goat. If we have this verse, will be the most hilarious verse in the book. This is what you Muslim you say the goat ate the verses, not me saying that. The verse of stoning and breastfeeding for adult 10 times. How many? 10 times. Breastfeeding for adult 10 times, yes, because the woman she have to suckle the man 10 times in 10 different day until he is satisfied. That's fantastic. You go inside your house, you find a man laying down in the lap of your wife, suckling her breast. You say to her, what are you doing? And she said to you, brother and sister, if you do go in the book of Sunan Ibn Nada and volume number 3, book number 9, hadith number 1944, you will find that it said that the prophet he ordered women to suckle and breathe daily, and this is what the verse in the Quran. And now you shut up because this is the prophet order. This is Allah order. She is not doing anything wrong. She is just feeding the neighbor. Halal. Halal breastfeeding. I mean, what do you want more to prove that Muhammad is a prophet? Let us continue. All right. So the angel gave him revelation, and from the revelation is a breastfeeding. And any woman she want to give herself to the prophet. Okay, let us see. His companion witnessed this when he received revelation. The companion witnessed this when he received revelation. Are you sure? Okay, Muslims, who want to show me the companion witness Muhammad receiving revelation? Did they witness really? The companion witnessed that this guy, he looked like Dahya al-Kalbi. This is what the companion witnessed. The companion witnessed that Muhammad is bewitched. A guy, he took some hair from his and he made of this is what the companion witness here. We were in front of us. Jibreel, peace be upon you, who come down in the form of Dahya al-Kalbi. This is what they witness. That there's a guy, he looked exactly like. What's wrong with Allah? Everything is a cloning. Jesus in the cross, it was not Jesus. Dahya al-Kalbi is not Dahya al-Kalbi. This is Jibreel. Jibreel, he come again to Muhammad in the image, or sorry, Shaitan. He come to Muhammad in the image of Jibreel. Is that true, Muslims? There is a Shaitan, his name is Al-Abyad. Al-Abyad, which means the white, but Shaitan in Islam is not a white. So why he's called the Abyad? Because he changed his look to be from normal Shaitan to look exactly like Jibreel, and he is the one who gave him satanic verses. Let us continue. Why we have only 1,283, and why we have only 700 like, and why we have only 25 dislike? I mean, come on. Those who like to give me dislike, make it higher. I don't like low number. We want big dislike and we want big like. The one who like it, give me a like. The one who don't like dislike it, give me dislike. I mean, do something. We just gave you in the morning breastfeeding for adult. What's wrong with you? Do you want Allah to curse you? There's a guy, he start, he did not give me dislike. Honest to Allah, he woke up in the morning and he looked like a Christian prince. Hey, well, Allah curse him. Look how ugly, disgusting. Are you serious? Yes, he looked like Christian prince. Imagine you sleep at night and you are a handsome, good-looking person. You wake up in the morning, you look like me. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't want that to happen to you. So please either give like or dislike. Hello. I forgot. You just remind me of something. As long as you are talking about my look, which is really amazing. And I cannot go in the elevator because they have mirror there. I got scared. Now look at this. The proof that Muhammad is a prophet. Chapter 4, verse number 47. The prophet, he threatened the Christians if they don't believe immediately. Allah will erase the details of their face. Your eyebrows will go, your eyes, your nose will go inside your head, your mouth will be in the back of your head. I mean, look at this. This is if you don't believe, brother. Right? Yeah, we have somebody is calling. Don't call me unless you are a Muslim, please. He claimed to be a Muslim. Let us see. I don't know. Answer, my friend, answer. Okay, if you don't answer, I will block you. Oh, people of the book, believe in what we have revealed, confirming what was already. By the way, it doesn't say what was. This is a lie. And then otherwise we are going to change the face and fame of some of you. Where it says some of you, fast translation, not Musu Wujuhan, doesn't say some of you. Absolutely fast translation. Change the translator. Some of you, huh? Let us see different liar. You change the translation, everything change. It's like a new verse. Oh, who have been given the scripture, believe in what have revealed to you. Okay. Confirming what is already with you. You see that one before? He says was with you before. No, it was is already is with you. Confirming what is. You see, we just changed the translator. We did not change the book. And both of them are Muslims. All right. We have another Muslim. Hello? Here we go. A Muslim, he is explaining to us about the breastfeeding for adult. That is the answer. We have another Muslim.
Hello.
Yes, my friend, how are you? You are live on air. What do you like to say to us?
Oh. Okay, I just want to say, right, that what okay, if Christianity is so special, okay, why then is there no guarantee of salvation?
Who said that to you? Jesus, he said, whoever believe in me and die will live. It is you Muslims who believe there is no guarantee for salvation. And let me show you that. The Quran says, وَمَا مِنْكُمُ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Do you know what does that mean? Not a single one of you, but he will enter hell.
Yeah, because you always quote this verse, right?
No, I don't always quote. I have many of them. This is one of many. So you agree?
No, this one.
So you agree with the Quran saying, no, I don't quote only this verse because I have many verses. I will show you, no problem. Read with me. How the Quran says that each one of you Muslims will go to hell.
Oh yeah, in Surah Maryam, that one, right? I think I know.
Okay. Yeah. So
no. What I mean is that because you always quote the Bible, right? That not everyone who calls me Lord, Lord.
Yes. Because this verse is speaking about hypocrite. Read the rest. People who do work for their glory, not for the glory of God, they are hypocrite. So Jesus is not the same as Muhammad, who says to you, say shahada. Jesus, he don't care for your shahada, because your shahada is a false shahada if you don't practice what you witness for. And good tree give good fruits. That's why Jesus says, from their fruits you shall know them. So what he will know you? How he will know you? It's a Christian who have a believer who have the fruit of Jesus. So if you are a Christian who don't have a fruit, it means you are a fake Christian. You are a Christian by name. So salvation is granted for those who are true Christians. Fake Christian doesn't work. Saying, okay, Lord, 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 from now until tomorrow, if you don't really believe from your heart, you will not be saved. Secondly, how you believe in your heart, but yet you have no good fruits? It's like saying to me, I am a supermarket, and then we go inside to find the shelf empty. So why you call yourself supermarket? What is super about you?
Yeah, but I thought the Bible says, right, that we are saved by faith alone and not by works or something like that, right?
No, my friend, it's not your work will save you. Yes, it's your faith, but faith automatically bring the fruits, which mean faith. And the Bible says too that faith without deeds is a dead faith. Dead Faith. So imagine Jesus says to you, okay, I was hungry and you feeded me. I was a stranger and you took me in. I was a prisoner and you visited me. But you don't do that. That means you have a dead faith. You are not really a faithful person. So it's not your work will save you, it's your belief. But if you are a person of a true belief, then the work will come. So how we will recognize the person? Not by saying I will Lord, Lord, but by the fruit. Because if you are a true believer, then you have a good fruit. So it's not the fruit will save you, it's your true faith. But how we examine the true faith? By the fruit. You get the point?
Yeah, actually I want to ask you, right, because I'm confused. Actually in Islam there are some hadith, right, that say that you know, there are some hadith that say that every Muslim will go to heaven, right?
No.
Will go to
See, Muhammad, let me explain to you, my friend. As long as you open this topic, the prophet, he says the opposite. You see, one of the proof that Muhammad is a false prophet is the following. Did your prophet says that no one of you save him his work? Yes or no?
Sorry, again, one more time.
None of you saved by his deeds. Yes or no?
Are you referring to the hadith where Aisha was at the funeral and then he said
no. Here we go. Read it in front of you. It's Sahih. None of you. You see the translation here? It says who do deeds alone. The hadith doesn't say alone at all. This is false translation. It says there's none. This is the Arabic one. If you speak Arabic, it says قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس أحد ينجيه عمله قالوا ولا أنت يا رسول الله قال ولا أنا إلا أن يتداركني الله منه برحمة. The prophet said none of you is saved by his work. Not only, you see here they add the word alone. That's a lie. And then they said to him, even you, prophet of Allah, he says, even I, unless Allah hold him, warp me with his mercy. Do you see it?
Yeah, I know, but
okay, but no, what do you mean you know? Hold on. What do you mean you know? Isn't it the Quran says that the one who give loan to Allah, Allah will forgive his sin and will take him to heaven?
Yeah.
Okay, isn't it this is a contradiction? Which one is true? Muhammad teaching here or Muhammad teaching there?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Because there are some hadiths that say, right, that all Muslims will go to heaven. Yeah. But then there are also hadith that say that Muslims, not all will go to heaven. So I don't know which is the...
My friend. Muhammad is a false prophet. He cannot hold his mouth for the same sentence twice. This is why he made verses saying that any verse we cause to be forgotten or we abrogate. Why? Do you know what is behind this statement? Do you have an idea?
No.
Okay. Muhammad, he says something in the morning, he changed his mind afternoon. So the Arab, they were laughing. Okay, what kind of a prophet this prophet is? In the morning he says something, afternoon he says something else. Okay, do he have one God or two gods? It's just like, okay, he go to sleep, he woke up in the morning, he come with a new verse contradicting the first verse. So the Arab, they refuse Muhammad for a very serious reason.
But what is the standard belief? Do they actually go to heaven or?
Obviously, my friend. First of all, Muhammad is not a prophet. So what heaven you are talking about? And what kind of heaven? This heaven where women, they will be inside packages. They will inside a cabbage. Sorry. What kind of heaven? You enter the heaven and there is women fighting over you to sleep with you. I mean, is that really a heaven? This is a pimp house. When you talk about heaven, I question myself. I mean, how Muslims even they speak about heaven? Did you ask yourself how God became a pimp? How God he provide you? I mean, God, he could not make me happy. God is the creator of all kind of happiness in life, the real happiness, not sex. Sex exists for a reason. So we reproduce. As long in the heaven there is no reproduction, nobody have babies. So what the point of this sex? Allah could not find a better way except a grape and wine. and naked women, and boom boom. So you know how that can be. Obviously, the nature of the heaven of Islam is proven to us that Islam to be a false religion. The promises. Have you ever heard of a prophet? He promised you to wear a bracelet of gold. In different verse, he's contradict himself. He forgot what he said. He's a bracelet of silver. Why? I don't know. What's your name, my friend? What's your name?
Imran. That's
Imran.
my real name.
Okay, Imran. So, are you really happy that you will have a bracelet made of gold in heaven? Why you are laughing? I mean, come on, this is a bracelet of gold. Finally, you will have bracelet of gold. I mean, this is heaven. So, what kind of God this God is? A bracelet of gold? What this God is talking about? So now, because I pray to Allah 5 times a day all my life, He will give me a green silk T-shirt and a bracelet of gold, and that supposedly is heaven. And then women are fighting over sleeping with me. So now, in heaven, I am not free. I am more addicted into sex. I became a slave of sex because I don't have a choice. That's it. He made me in a certain way. He created me in a certain way, and now I have no choice except to do what Allah He made me for. And now what He made me for? He made me a sex machine, and He created for me 6 Barbies. Their job is to sleep with me. They don't have other job. They are not going to do laundry. They are not going to do cook. They are not going to love me. Their job is sex. Right? I want you to read something with me in the screen.
I can't because I'm using my handphone. So I can't open up.
Okay, I will post the link for you later. You can read it, please. I will. You know what? I will post the link for you in Skype. You can open it on your phone instead, right?
But I can. Yeah, but I can download the video later, right? I can.
Yeah, but I want you to read this. You know, save it for your preference. It says, when the disbeliever began to deride the matter of abrogation, saying that one day Muhammad he enjoy his companion with to one thing, and then next day he forbid them. Do you see it, people? Do you see it? How this can be from God? In the morning he tell them to do something. Second day he go to sleep. He wake up. He come back. He say down something else. How this can be from God? So the Arab, they were laughing at him. They were saying like, what kind of a prophet is, what kind of God is God? You know, God, he told Moses something. Musa did not go back and a second day, and he not even a 10 year, not even 20 years, not even 30 years after, even he died and he did not change anything. This is God order. So if this is coming from God, why this guy he go to sleep, he wake up in the morning, he say something different, the opposite. He forbid what he told them yesterday. So obviously this man is an idiot. People, they laugh at what he's teaching. So now he say, oh, people are laughing at me, I should change it. He go home, he think about it. In the morning he say something the opposite.
No, you know, actually, I'm a Chinese. Okay, my wife is a Muslim. I'm a Chinese.
Yeah, but you're a Muslim, right?
Yeah, because my wife is a Muslim.
And so now what, you want to stay as a Muslim just because your wife is a Muslim?
Actually, there's a very difficult question that I've always asked, and nobody could answer my question. And those ustads that I actually asked, they are quite angry with me. So the question is about, you know, prayer is wajib, you know, in Islam, right?
So my friend, before you go to the question, are you saying to me that you converted to Islam because of your wife, you marry a Muslim woman, or you are from a Muslim family?
Sorry?
Are you from a Muslim family? Are you born of a Muslim family, or you converted to Islam because if you marry a Muslim woman?
Yeah. The second one.
You converted to Islam because you marry a woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how you do that? Just for the sake of a woman, you convert to different religion?
Yeah. So the thing is that the question is that when you pray on a horizontal surface, how are you going to face the Kaaba? In fact, you know, so some of the ustad, they give explanations like, you know, the thing you can do is he try to get as close as possible to the Kaaba. You know, but I say if you draw a straight horizontal line, you will not end up at the Kaaba. You will end up in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
My friend, not only that, do you know that Indonesian
Yeah.
we're praying to the wrong direction for the last almost 1,000 years?
No, whichever country you are from, it is impossible for you to face the Kaaba.
I know. Because the earth is not a flat, you know, right?
Yeah, but the ustads tell me, you know, you just don't ask so many questions. You know, don't ask so many questions. If the direction is determined by the ulama, so just follow the ulama.
My friend,
if they say this is the
those ulamas are a bunch of jokes. Look at this, guys. Indonesian Muslim turn prayer back to Mecca after 1,000 years. Where was Allah all those 1,000 years? Okay, the Indonesian people, they are people praying to Allah in the direction of the Kaaba. 1,000 years pass, and then the American GPS taught them that this is the wrong direction. Where's Jibreel of Allah? Why Allah don't send his messengers? Why Allah even don't guide them? You know, because secondly, the Quran, my friend, the Quran confirmed clearly that the earth is flat. There's tons of verses in the Quran speaking about the earth is flat. Don't you know that? Do you hear me?
Yeah, you know, the only way that you can face the Kaaba if the earth is flat. But science tells us that the earth is round. So if the earth is round, how are you going to face the Kaaba? That's what I'm confused about.
You see, the Muslim, when they translate, they try to cover up. They say, and Allah has made to you the earth wide expense. The fact, it doesn't say, it says besought, flat like carpet. This is Quran chapter 71 verse number 19. Different verse in the Quran. The Muslim, they say to you, the Quran says that the earth is round. And what they say the Quran say the word dahaha. The fact the word dahaha is not round, it is making it flat, literally. Chapter 79 verse number 30. There's like 1,000, 2,000 million videos in YouTube speaking about this verse, saying Allah, he says the earth is round. Let me go to the interpretation and everybody will laugh. Chapter 79 verse number 30. Here we go. And this is their Muslim scholars. You will see that the earth is a flat. Allah saying clearly that Allah, he made it a flat. We are not guessing. We are not guessing. This is what the verse saying. But in the YouTube, the Muslims, an idiot guy who don't, you know, he's a kid. He make a video saying that the word dahaha mean round because it's mean the egg, brother, egg. Do you see the word egg here? Read. It says, and after that he spread out the earth, he made it flat. It had been created before the heaven, but without having been spread out. This is what the ha mean. But in the Muslim videos, the word ha in a miraculous way became an egg. You can go to any interpretation, Ibn Kathir, all of them. The word ha mean he made it flat.
Oh, that means I think I understand what you mean now. That means you are saying, right, that the reason why Muslims are commanded to face the Kaaba is because Muhammad said that the earth is flat.
Yeah, like if you go, there's different hadith. There's different hadith where Muhammad, he says the following, that Allah, he come down, Allah, he come down every night in the third part of the night.
Then they have to explain.
I lost you, my friend. What you were saying?
Imran.
Okay, no, what you were saying, hello? I lost you. Your voice cut.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that, right, the only reason why the Muslims are told to face the Kaaba, okay, is because the Quran says that the earth is flat.
Yes.
Because if Muhammad knew the earth was round, he wouldn't have asked the Muslim to face the Kaaba because it's impossible.
Okay.
How do you face the Kaaba?
My friend, this is a hadith. Look at this. Muhammad saying, our Lord, the blessed, the exalted, descend every night to the lowest heaven when 1/3 of the later part of the night. Let's say the 1/3 is like 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay. So Allah come down every night at 2 a.m. in the morning. But this is me and Muhammad saying that it is only one time in the earth, 2 a.m. in the morning. Everybody have night in the same time. Because if Allah he come down every 2 a.m. in the morning, that means Allah he cannot leave, because there is 2 a.m. in many time. You know what I mean? How many 2 a.m. we have? People, how many can give me a scientific number, please? How many time zone we have in this earth? I forgot, you know, since we studied this when we were in the high school. I forgot the number. So we have many time zones. So what 2 a.m.? That's mean Allah never leave the earth, because he have to keep coming up, down, like take an elevator. What is that? So Muhammad is saying he come only once. He don't come coming up and down. No, he come. He descend only at that time. 24 time zone. That means Allah will never leave, because the day is 24 hours. Right?
But that's
so how Muhammad he say that? Because Muhammad he is speaking about a flat earth.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I know. The reason why I believe that he was speaking about a flat earth is, if he knew that the earth was round, he wouldn't have asked the Muslim to face the Kaaba, because it's impossible. How do you face the Kaaba?
Forget about the Kaaba. I have more important news for you. Forget about the Kaaba now. What about this?
Yeah.
What about this? The baby, how the baby is made? The baby made is from sperm, and the sperm became a dead blood. Have you ever heard of a crazy God like this? Okay, what kind of God he think that the baby was a sperm and they became and turned into blood, and then the blood became like a flesh, and then the flesh became a bone, and then after the bone, Allah he closed the flesh with the bone with the flesh. How that can be from God?
Yeah, so, I've heard your explanation before.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to trying to digest.
Is your wife next to you, Amran? Is your wife next to you?
No.
Why you don't let her listen to this?
She doesn't understand English.
Okay, you promise me you will explain to her in your language?
Yeah.
Okay. Promise of a man, huh? Save this woman from this cult.
Okay.
And what do you think now? Okay, as long like you look like you are agreeing with me, so you still think you are a Muslim? Why you don't leave Islam?
Okay, can you call me back in about 5 minutes time? 5 minutes.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
I mean, why in the world someone he marry a woman, and because of the woman religion he changed his religion to her religion? I mean, what is that? I mean, I will never exchange my God for a woman. With my respect to all ladies in the world, and a woman, she should not exchange her God to all men in the world. How we do that? How we betray the truth just for the sake of a person who will be in my bed? Now, do we have any Muslim he wanna say something to us? Until now, the Muslims, when they try to give us evidence about Muhammad being a prophet, it's a funny evidence. What evidence? Allah supported the prophet, peace upon him, in a physical what? In a physical what? Miracles. Like what? Muhammad, he have a physical miracles which he challenged his people. Among the most important, those who were splitting the moon. Hold on. Allah he supported Muhammad by splitting the moon? Let us go to the Quran and laugh. The Quran doesn't say that. Yes, Amran.
Hold on. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, Amran. What do you think about the moon splitting, the Amran?
The moon?
The moon is split. Muhammad, the Muslim, they claim that Muhammad he split the moon. Is that true?
I'm not. I've never heard about that before.
Okay, the verse in the front of us says the Muslim in the article saying the proof that Allah supported Muhammad with a miracle. Which miracle is that? Allah split the moon. But even the Quran doesn't say that. Read carefully. It says, the hour has drawn near and the moon has been a cleft asunder. Here they put between two brackets, the people of Mecca requested Muhammad SAW to show them a miracle, and then he showed splitting the moon. So the Muslim, they claim that this is the Quran, by the way, doesn't say that. It says, it's just said a short sentence in Arabic, اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. But the same verse the Muslim they use to prove to us that Muhammad is a prophet is the same verse proving to us Muhammad is a false prophet, because Muhammad, he said, he claimed that judgment day started, because when he say اقتربت الساعة, it means it's almost there. And what is the sign? Here we go, the moon is split, but this was 1400 years ago, and the moon did not split. This was the eclipse. So eclipse happened. Muslim claim that this is a miracle of Muhammad. Hold on, if this is a miracle of Muhammad, that means the Quran, all of it is a fabrication, because there's verses who came after this verse saying that Muhammad has no miracle. So how this is a miracle Allah he gave to Muhammad?
Can I ask you what is the what is the Arabic word for abrogation?
ننسخ النسخ.
Yeah, because I've ever asked an ustaz before. So I say, why is it that both hadith are sahih, but the problem is that why are they saying different things? So then he told me, the reason why there's the so-called a contradiction is because of the rule of what is the Arabic word again?
Are you driving your car, my friend?
Yeah, I just got down. Yeah.
Okay.
So what was I saying just now?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So
my friend, let me focus on my topic. Let me tell you something. I want you to listen carefully. Go and listen to my YouTube, and I want you to call me to confirm to me that you really believe in Islam is not from God, because obviously you are saying to me you don't agree with them and you agree with me. So why you are staying as a Muslim? Why you don't say right now I'm out of Islam?
Yeah, in my mind I have many doubts.
Okay, so why you don't say right now? Those are not doubts. Those are, we confirm them. They are true. Muhammad is a liar, obviously. So why you don't say right now I am out of this cult? Why you are wasting your time?
Yeah, actually, I believe I'm already out because I don't. Okay. I got too many doubts.
So Umran, our friend Umran here, he just decided to leave Islam. That's wonderful. Umran, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go and sit with your wife, bring her to sit next to you, ask her friendly, nicely, can you listen to this guy? I will translate to you. And then you and your wife, you are welcome to call me, even in private if you want. And you can translate to her, and I will be happy to answer her questions and to show her that Islam is not from God. What do you say?
Yeah.
So we can save your family, all of them, not only you, because now half of the family is saved. Saved, let us say, not in the full meaning, saved from Islam, but still there's many things need to be saved from. So what do you think?
Yeah, maybe one day, but I have to explain to her.
All right. So now what do you think about being a Christian? You left Islam, you decide to leave Islam. Why you don't want to be Christian?
Because I'm not. Because like I asked you earlier, I don't understand. Is salvation guaranteed in Islam or is salvation guaranteed in Christianity?
My friend, there's nothing it's called guarantee. It's you who guarantee salvation for yourself. It's you. Let me explain to you. You have a house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the one who built your house?
Who's the one who what?
Who built your house for you?
Yeah, I mean the contractor.
Contractor. If the contractor is bad, your house will collapse in the first earthquake. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the contractor in Christianity, it is you. You build your house. So you build your house either in a solid rocks or in a sand. So if your house is strong, built by you, by your hand, then your house will stay. That is what Jesus, he is saying to you. Your salvation is granted by your hand. You see, he saved you, yes. He opened the door for you, but he says, knock at my door and I will open for you. So who is the one who is going to knock? Which is you. And what after that? You have to prove yourself that you are truthful, not just a person, a hypocrite who is saying, Jesus, I believe in you. Okay, now I know that Jesus is powerful and I know he will send me to hellfire, so I'm going to say to Jesus, I believe in you, but in the night time I'm going to go and sell drugs. At night time I'm a thief. At night time I'm a rapist. At night time, so in the morning I say something, afternoon I do something else. So Jesus saying to you, it is you, your faith. This is what Jesus says. Your faith saved you. Your faith. So if you have faith and your faith is truthful, you are guaranteed salvation. So truth is there in the truth, faith, not just a person saying a statement, I believe in Jesus. As just like now you call me, says, okay, I want to be Christian like Muslim Desu. I want to say Shahada. Who care about the Shahada here? That's hypocrisy act. The true Shahada, the true witnessing, is to witness by your act. This is why Jesus said.
I'm not.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not trying to argue with you, but I just find it confusing because even Christians, right? I mean, I've spoken to them, you know. Even Christians themselves, they are confused whether is salvation guaranteed or is it not guaranteed.
No, those are not really. Maybe they are naive Christians. They are Christian by name. There's no Christian can be confused about salvation. That's not true. It take you 2 seconds, my friend. It take you 2 seconds. It take you 2 seconds to search Prophet Google, peace upon him, and you will find that Christianity teach one thing: salvation is granted in Christianity, but salvation is granted for true Christians.
So is it guaranteed or is it not guaranteed?
It is, but for true Christians, not hypocrites. Why this is hard for you to understand? God, you cannot lie to God, can you? You think you can lie to God? So somebody says, okay, I'm going to say Shahada, but he don't believe really in Jesus. That person will not be saved. So saying I believe in Jesus will not save you. Doing.
No, actually for me, I don't have a problem. I don't have the problem with the deity of Jesus Christ. Okay, the reason is because in even in the Quran, right, it says that Jesus was born without a biological father, right? You know?
Yeah.
So if Jesus was a human, then why is it that he doesn't have the father's DNA? Because every human has got to have the father's DNA as well, right?
Right.
So why do the Quran still call Jesus as a human when he doesn't have the father's DNA? Because in order for a baby to be formed, you need the father's and the mother's DNA, right? Okay. So I don't have a problem with the deity of Jesus Christ, but what I have a problem is, I won't call it a problem.
My friend. Read the Bible.
I'm confused about.
No, you should not be confused. The Bible is full of verses. You can go right now and type in Google where the Bible speak about salvation, and you will see the salvation is granted all over the Bible, but for true Christians. You cannot bribe God. Like somebody give donation and he think by giving donation he will go to heaven. No, false. You have actually Jesus, he said, if you give with the right hand, don't let the left hand know. And Muhammad, he copied that later. So Jesus, he don't want hypocrisy. He don't want people to repeat by their mouth, but their heart is empty. Jesus, he want real Christians. This is why I keep repeating this verse. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So here we have a condition. The condition is to be truthful. That's all. So if you are a true Christian, you do what a Christian do. If you are a Christian, you don't go rape, you don't go kill, you don't go torture, you don't go and hate the Muslims, you don't go slaughter people, you don't attack people, you don't hurt people. That's what a Christian is about. So if you are a Christian, you do what Christ did. As simple as that.
No, but the problem is that sometimes it's not that you don't want to follow the good teachings of the Bible, you know. But what if you are not a very strong person? I mean, like, you know, for example, you know, you get tempted by women, you
my friend. This is not
Yeah.
really what we are talking about. Let us say I commit sin, and who said to you I'm a perfect man? Who said to you I'm an angel? Who said to you that I'm coming from heaven? Who said to you I never commit sin? Who said to you I'm a person who never did something wrong? That's not what we are talking about. Every human being do wrong, but there's a huge difference between somebody, he says to you,
Mhm.
like, okay, I believe in Jesus, I etc., and then I make my lifestyle, not a mistake in my life, I make my lifestyle wrong. That's mean I'm a hypocrite, I'm a liar. But a person who commits sin, he repent to God, he asks God, please, I fell down in this hole, please help me. That is accepted. So decency, it's about
No,
decency.
I'm talking.
I
No,
know, I
what
know
you're
what you are
talking.
talking about. You get tempted. I understand. But decency, then if you are a decent person, you will fight
Yeah.
it. You will do work hard. You always you will have temptation. Yes, this is true. And God, He
Yeah.
understand. God, He knew how He made you. He's not like just speaking from above from His balcony. I want you to be perfect, but He don't understand your nature. This is why He sent you Jesus to save you, because you have that nature. So he understands you very well. He understands your weakness, but he gave you many tools to resist, to fight. So the fight is like, we got sick. Let us say I have a virus now. Okay, but
Yeah.
God, He gave me white cells to fight the virus. He did not leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Okay, so either you give
No.
up to the virus or
Mm-hmm.
you fight hard against it. So if you are a truthful person, you fight against it, even though you are still a sinner. But you are fighting, you are doing your best. God is watching. God, He knew what
Yeah.
you are doing. So that is the person who we can call him Christian, for he is
No.
fighting sin.
No, CP. I'm not trying to argue with you, but I sincerely don't understand. Okay, like what you're referring to is intentional sin, right? What I'm
Not
referring to is
necessarily, not necessarily, not
what
necessarily,
what
because
about
sometimes,
what
no,
about
no, no, my friend,
unintentional?
I don't want to go like, intention. There's nothing it's called intentional, not intentional. All sin is intentional. All sin. It's wrong. When you go sleep
Really?
with, yes, when you go and sleep with the woman, she is not yours, it's wrong. What intentional? Like what happened? You were in the bed and suddenly the roof opened and a woman jumped in the top of you? What intentional? Like you remind me of a fatwa where it says if a man he has a private part enter is a woman a private part in an accident. How that can happen? Like what? You were driving your car and then you shoot the brake and then you hit the woman before you. This is funny and silly. There's nothing is called not intentional. All sin is intentional because God gave you a brain. You are not an animal. You are not you are not a mosquito. You are not a goat. You are a human being who have a brain. So you know that this is wrong. When you shed the blood of a person, you do not know that this is wrong. When you steal money, you do not know that this is wrong. When you look at a woman, she is
No,
not
but
yours. You know that this is wrong. So there's nothing is called not intentional. This is an excuse. People, they like to give themselves excuse. Me myself,
no, but
okay, I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel better. So I give myself excuse about what I did.
yeah, but Paul said in his letter, right?
Hmm.
I've read the Bible.
Hmm.
He said that he talks about unintentional sin. Paul was saying that the things I want to do, I do not do. The things I do not want to do, yet I do. Oh, what a wretched man I am. You know that
No,
verse
this is
in the
you
Bible?
saw Paul always speak in a sarcastic way. Like a second ago, I was talking about myself as an ugly person. All right, make fun of
Yeah.
myself doesn't mean Paul he's saying he's ugly. So you need to understand what Paul, like Paul, what he says. If my lies, and the Muslim they say, you see, Paul is saying he's lying. Paul is not saying that. People accuse him that he's lying about Jesus being God. He's lying about the Bible. So he says, if my lie is about to glorifying him, not myself. So what lie will do to me? So is he saying he's
No,
lying? He's not saying he is
no,
lying. He is saying that his lies are not lies.
no. What Paul is saying is that he's unable to overcome his sin. He said, right, the things I want to do, I do not do. The things I do not want to do, yet I do. Oh, what a wretched man I am. Who shall save me from,
Yeah,
So,
he's okay.
so
This is okay. When a person he meditate and speaking to the Lord, saying, Lord, be with me, Lord, help me. You see, we don't claim victory by ourselves. We claim victory by the Messiah. But the truth is, was Paul able to fight his sin? Yes, and the proof, he sacrificed his life. He left his life the fancy life he used to have. He's a Roman citizen. He is a big shot in the Roman Empire, and then he leave and he followed Jesus. He start working, making tents just to make earning, to make living. So Jesus, Jesus, he saved Paul, and Paul, he was not alone. So you are speaking like now you are saying to yourself, okay, Messiah, help me. I am, what I can do, what I shall do. This is how you compare yourself to what Paul is saying. Paul, he did not became like he was yesterday. He was a different person. Today he's just a new person. Yes, the Lord, he saved him. The Lord, he spoke to him. But in the same time, there is a process of this person to go through his life. He's suffering. So he is meditating. He's asking God, talking to God. That is not Paul being or saying that I am doing sin which is not intentional. You see, if I do things I do not want to do. I do things I don't want to do, which means he is resisting those things. He knew they are wrong.
Yeah.
So if I just say to you, like, okay, you see somebody, you see, let us say money. You are walking in the street and you saw money in the, fell from the pocket of somebody walking in front of you. You know that this is not your money. Even if you found it in the ground, you do not steal it, but this is stealing. So here you do something, you take the money and you pick it up and you put it in your pocket. So you do something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You don't want to do. You know it's wrong, but you do it because you get tempted. So you do sin always intentionally. The only sin I can say not intentional, let us say I killed a person. I'm driving my car and I hit a person. Is killing is a sin? Yes. But I did not want to kill him. I never drove my car to kill anyone. So in this case, maybe we can say it's not meant to this is not a sin actually, because you did not really think about it. This is not why you drive the car. So this, we can't say this is really a sin. This is an accident.
Okay, I understand. So I got another question which is related as well. This is also a very difficult question, and I think you are the best person to answer it. Now the question is that even the Christians cannot decide, right? Are the 10 Commandments valid for today? Because some Christians say that the 10 Commandments are under the Old Covenant. So you say when you,
my friend, it's not. This is not about the Christian. It's up to them to say or not to say. The 10 Commandment is the same commandment of the Messiah himself. He is the Lord of the Jews. He is the Alpha. He is the Omega. He gave them the commandment. However, you see, the Jews, they have a wrong understanding of the commandment. As an example, when Jesus says to them, Sabbath was made for the man, not the man was made for the Sabbath. Okay, so the Jews, they are commanded not to work in the Sabbath, but the Jews, they took it literally. They took the reason for it, that the Sabbath was not made for God. So now if somebody is sick, somebody is dying, what we do? We don't help him because it's Sabbath. If somebody is hungry, we don't feed him. No, listen, I'm answering you. So the commandment of God being given to us, and we keep them. The difference is that Jesus, he explained the wrong understanding of the Jews. This is why he says Sabbath was made for the man, not man was made for the Sabbath, which means the man come first. So if doing something in the Sabbath to save a man or for the benefit of the man, then we do it. The Sabbath is not for God. You see, the Jews, they used to work 7 days a week. They love money, so they want to make more money. And some of them, the slaves cannot take a break. Nobody rest. So Sabbath was to enforce them to take a break. It was for their benefit. Otherwise, God, what he will do with your Sabbath? What God will do with your Sabbath? Nothing. He will rest.
So your answer is that the 10 Commandments are still valid for Christians under the New Covenant.
There's nothing is called a New Covenant and Old Covenant. It is the same God, and we have a better understanding. As simple as that. Like the same when the Jews, they wanted to stone the women. Correct? Okay, the Jews are doing the law of Moses, the law which is given to Moses. The law is given in the Old Testament. So what Jesus says to them, if one of you without sin throw your stone. He did not say don't do it. He didn't say it's not valid. He didn't say I abrogate it. He didn't say I change it. He says all of you are a bunch of hypocrites.
Then if the 10 Commandments are still valid today, then why is it that there's another verse? Sorry, these are very sincere questions. I really don't understand. That's why I'm asking you.
Hmm.
Now, if the Ten Commandments are still valid, there's a verse, I can't remember where is it, in the New Testament that says, right, that whoever is under the Spirit, they are not under the law. So how do you become a real Christian? Do you become a real Christian by following the Ten Commandments?
Jesus, he said,
Or
I
by
came to fulfill, not to destroy. He came to fulfill, not to destroy, to complete. So his coming is to complete, and is complete by him. He gave us the understanding, he gave us the explanation, he gave us, like as an example, the Jews always, because this is what the law teaching them, you should not eat this, you should not eat that, and the Jews, they took it like, because if you eat them, that will make you dirty. This is not the reason. So eating those things are forbidden for your benefit, like forbidden the pig, because the pig, he eat anything in the ground, including dead people. This, we are talking about time where people get killed and they thrown in the road, and the people crucified, and they left they throw them and dump them in the dumpster. So pigs, they eat anything. So it was forbidden for a reason. So Jesus, then he said, it's not what go inside your mouth will make you dirty, it's what come from your mouth. But did he say that the old teaching is wrong? He did not say that. He correct their understanding. This is not about being dirty and clean. What make you clean is not what make you dirty as you think. What make you clean is what your mouth coming out, the word coming out from your mouth, is not eating some piece of meat. That will not make you dirty. It's your words, your mouth.
But you haven't answered my question. My question was, the verse in the New Testament says, right, for anyone who is under the law, for anyone who is under
listen. Just to make it simple for you, there's in the Jews been given the law, waiting for the Messiah to come. You know that, right? Okay. Now the Messiah came. So the salvation, before, it was by following the law step by step. The salvation of the Messiah by believing in the Messiah and whatever the Messiah he said to us. So before, people, they have a law, and the only way to be saved is the law, to be obedient to the law. After the Messiah, the Messiah is your savior, is not the law. However, the law is still there, nothing changed. Have you ever heard of a Christian saying to you, we don't believe in the Old Testament?
No.
Okay, so law was given, and given for a reason. A law was given to someone who exists 3,000 years ago for a reason. Now, if that law was given, there's a law was given for a reason at that time. As an example, when Musa says to them, if you want to go and do your dirt, you have to walk away from the camp, etc. What does have to do with me today? Nothing, because my bathroom is in my house. The things is a lot cleaner. So there's things have to do with timing and reasoning of timing. There's things have to do with eternal purpose. Eternal purpose, not to lie, not to kill, not to cheat, not to steal. Those will not change. But there's other things which have to do with certain things the Jews, they live in their time. They are not for today. They are for the Jews who live at that time. So you are mixing things up. You are mixing things up about things given for a reason, about the commandment. The commandment, nothing changed in it. Nothing changed in it. Like do the Christian believe that we should kill? Do the Christian believe we should steal? Do the Christian believe that we should commit adultery? Do the Christian believe that we should do it, the whole no, the Christians, they still believe in the 10 commandments. Nobody can say.
So what you are saying is that the principle of the 10 commandments are valid, but the 10 commandments are not valid. Is that what you're saying?
My friend, the 10 commandment is valid, because if the 10 commandment is not valid, how the principle is valid? You are funny, my friend. The 10 commandment is valid. This is why we have to obey the principle of the 10 commandment. I cannot steal, I cannot kill. It is valid for eternity. It is not for certain time. I was speaking about things is not in the 10 commandment. Those things are law made for people to survive, for their health, for their safety, for their security. That's it. But the 10 commandment, it was not temporarily. It was not for a certain time. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Now listen, I have to go back to my topic. Now you decide to leave
Yeah.
Islam, feel free, think, read the Bible
Yeah.
again carefully. Salvation is granted in the Bible, and the verses is so clear. It says in the front of you, I'm quoting now Matthew 7:21-23. Not everyone, and this is the verse always I repeat because it's very important. Not everyone
Yeah.
says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of the heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father. So the will of his Father is the Ten Commandments. The will of his Father not to kill. The will of the Father is not to steal. The will of the Father is not to lie. The will of the Father is not to be hypocrite. The will of the Father is there. So you do the will of the Father and you call him Lord, and then your salvation is granted. So now we have a clear things Jesus is asking us for to be. This is why he says be perfect like your Father, be holy. Be holy, which means it's a project to work in. You will not be holy, you will never be holy, but be holy. Be holy, follow me, and the one who follow me, he will be victorious. So every Christian will be saved, and the true Christian is the one who do his work as much as he can to be holy. He is not going to be holy, and no man will be holy. All of us are sinners, but it's a mission to walk through. Who said to you that the Christian prince is holy? I am not a holy man, I'm a sinner man. So me, the sinner man, I cannot be saved by myself. I need the Messiah to help me, the Messiah to save me. So me, I fight my sin by his help, and I work hard against my sin, which means I work against myself, because myself will bring me into temptation, into sin. So I work against myself and I go and fight it, and that's what the Messiah is saying. So if you are a truthful person, you fight your sin. If you are not, you give up, you live it, and you think that you are a Christian, fake a Christian, by putting a cross in your neck, but yet you are a drug dealer, you are a criminal, you are a rapist, you are a person who even is not good to his parents, you are a person who is not even good to his neighbor, you are a fake Christian. That is what Jesus is talking about. True Christians are saved. There's nothing is called true Christian, by the way, and not true Christians. Either you are Christian or not. This is why he says you cannot, like you cannot be either you are sweet, either you are hot or cold. Warm water is disgusting. So in Christianity is not exist. So either you are warm or cold, so I can swallow you. A Christian who is so is not exist. He is now Christian. He have to have a taste, and the taste have to be good. My friend, I have to go back to my topic. You took me away from my topic.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No problem.
Thank you for taking the time to speak to me.
You're welcome.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No
the conversation.
I'm happy that you left Islam, and that's a good thing at least. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Now, does a Christianity guarantee salvation? Yes, but not to the hypocrite. Christ is not a person who wants shahada. You say 2 words and you put your finger up to the sky, and that's it. You are saved. That's silly and stupid. Or you say the name of Ar-Rahman 33 times. What? You say Allah grant me paradise, grant me paradise, grant me paradise 3 times, you go to heaven. What is that? What is that? This is silly. This is additional proof that Muhammad, he cannot be a prophet of God. And look at this hadith here. Allah, he come down every night and ask people, who is praying for me? I mean, if God is all knowing, why he need to come down to the lowest heaven? You have a God who have to come down physically every night so he can hear you. Allah, he have a wrong reception. He have a bad reception. You see, Christians, the Muslims are doing better job than you. They gave me 41 dislike. The Christian only, they gave me 1.2 like. Muslims make it 44. That will make it Alibaba and the 44 thieves. That is the story of your prophet. Is Alibaba. He said, attack the Christians so you can take their money. It's all about money. It's all about women. Where is the money will come from? From the Christians. Now we go back here where Muslim they claim that this is a miracle done by Allah. Even the verse doesn't say that. The verse says that the moon is split and the judgment day is near. It doesn't say even who is the one who split the moon. And by the way, the moon never split, because if it does, we can prove it today. Do you know what split mean? It mean became two separated pieces, which mean the moon should not be exist. That's it. Split. It became two moons. Do we have it to what happened? Allah he glue it again? What happened? Allah split the moon. Okay. And what? And then the Quran have verses come after that verse saying that Muhammad he never have a miracle. Why does not Allah speak to us or send a miracle to us? This they are asking him, so how Muhammad he received miracles already, but the Arab they keep saying to him, why do you have no miracles? Look, all those verses saying the same. They keep saying to him, why you have no sign? Moses have signs, Jesus have signs, all the prophets of God have signs. Where is your sign? And then the Muslims desperately they say to you the moon split. But the verses who came in the Quran after that verse saying there's no sign. Where is the signs? Everybody is questioning why this guy he don't have any sign. And look what Muhammad answered them. Just to show you how silly, he says, and there is no animal that walk upon the earth, nor bird flies, but it is two wings. What? It is nation like you. What does have to do with this? They are asking you for a sign. Like imagine I say, why you don't have food? And then you say to me, there's no truck walking in the street and does not have a driving like a driver does not have a driving license. What does have to do with this? They are asking you how come you don't have a sign. You say to them all animals are nations like you. No, sign is a miracle. Sign from God. Sign is a miracle. When we say the word sign here, they are asking for a miracle. The word in Arabic is ayah. Ayah is a perfect act which is made by God. This is why the Khomeini they call him Ayatullah al-Khomeini. Ayah, perfect of Allah. So they believe that those men who they call them ayah, they put the word ayah before him, that they are a miracle of God. They are perfect. Where is the whole Quran saying Muhammad have no signs? And then Allah he claimed that he sent signs, but you don't see it. Where are the signs? Where is the signs? All right. Somebody saying the law of the gospel go hand in hand. The one is complementing other. Okay. Yeah, we are not saved by the law, but we have to obey the command of God. It's not. This is why Jesus saying it clearly that this is what Christianity believe. It's not your deed will save you, but your deed is a must. So you are saved by your faith, but your faith is to do the will of God. What is the will of God? Don't kill, don't steal, don't do this, don't do that. And this is all done voluntarily. We don't want to go and repeat ourselves again and again. I think people they have a delay in the sound. So where is the miracle of Muhammad? He have no miracle. He have false prophecy. The Muslim they say to you, actually as an example, they say to you, do you know that Muhammad he prophesied about the Roman? Muhammad, he prophesied about the Roman. How is that? There's a chapter, it's called the chapter of the Roman. And then Muhammad, he says, the Roman, they are vanquished, and after, you know, they will be victorious. But those people, they have a war for 300 years. They win, they lose, they win, they lose. Go and see, search and Google, see how many times they won and they lost. And Muhammad, he made a mistake. He says within a few years, according to many Islamic books, that Muhammad, he was so late, to the point even the hadith said that Muhammad, he made this statement after they've been victorious. Let us show you. Yes, the Indonesian translation, my friend, is already out. You can click at the link there. People post it. And you can download. Here we go. Read the hadith. On the day of the battle of Badr, the Roman had a victory over the Persian, so the believer were pleased with it. With that, then the following verse, Alif Lam Mim, the Roman have been defeated, came. Do you see it? I mean, what is the prophecy? So the people, they've been defeated. Okay, and now today Muhammad, he heard the news that the Roman, they've been victorious. So Muhammad, he made a verse about it, and the Muslim, they claim that Muhammad, he predict the future. Muhammad, he said that verse after they won, and the hadith in front of you. Do you see it? No, this is not da'if hadith. It says Hasan, which means it's fine, good. Here we go. Do you see it? So what is the prophecy? Let me tell you a prophecy. In 2016, Trump will become a president. This is what happened here. Muhammad, after they won the war, he says the Roman will be victorious, but they are victorious already. Here we go. On the day of the battle of Badr, the Roman had victory over the Persian. So the believer were pleased with that. Then the following was revealed. And by the way, why the believers were happy with the victory of the Roman? Anyone knows? Because at that time Muhammad was trying to claim that he is a prophet who believe in the God of the Christians. So the Christians are believers like Muhammad now. Few years after, Muhammad, he changed his mind. The Christians are kuffar. He want to kill them all because they did not accept him as a prophet. People in the chat, how many of you took the link, download the book in Indonesian, and how many of you they repost it in their own G drive as a link with their friends? Please don't just share the link. The link will not stay there. So download the video, the book, Quran and Science in Depth, which is in Indonesian language only. There's no other book I'm publishing for free, only this book. And after that, you copy the file and you save it in your G drive and make it shareable, which means you can make a link to share with others and spread the book around. Please don't be selfish, keep it for yourself. The link in my G drive will be, or the G drive we used will be not active in 2 hours from now. All right, let every Muslim read and laugh at the science of the Quran. So as you see, until now the Muslims are struggling, trying to show us that Muhammad is a prophet. The moon splitting is not exist. This is a lie. This is an eclipse. And Muhammad, when he hear about the eclipse or he see the eclipse, he go crazy. And Muhammad, he claimed that eclipse is a sign of the judgment day. Prayer for the eclipse. Why? Each time the eclipse happen, Muhammad, he go crazy and he get terrified. Look at this guy. He said this guy, he was practicing shooting arrows. And then he wanted to see how Muhammad he act for the eclipse. I must see how the Messenger of Allah act in a solar eclipse today. So I came to him. He was standing in a prayer, raising his hand, glorifying Allah, praising him, acknowledging that he is the only deity, making supplication until the sun was clear. That is the moon splitting. Muhammad is a prophet of God. What is the evidence? The science, where the sun set in the murky water, and the baby and the women have a sperm coming from her ribs, and the man have a sperm coming from the backbone. I mean, isn't it this is obvious? Do you remember the hadith about where a guy, he says to him, I will give you a question. Only prophet, he knew the answer for them. Look at this story. A man, he came to Muhammad and he said to him, I will give you a question nobody knows save a prophet. But that's mean the guy who is asking the question is a prophet too, because nobody know the answer for them save a prophet, and he don't answer. He himself, the one who was asking the question, he knew the answer. That means he's a prophet too. So he came to the prophet and he says, I will ask you about the three things which nobody knows unless he is a prophet. Well, you are a person who knows. That's mean now we have two prophets. We have this guy, his name is Abdullah ibn Salam, and we have Muhammad himself, two prophets, because both of them they knew the correct answer. And then what is a serious question? Look at the serious question. What is the first meal the people will eat in paradise? Hamburger. Hamburger. No, say hamburger. Hamburger. No, hamburger. Hamburger. I mean, what does have to do with being a prophet of God? The first meal in paradise. Okay, how Muhammad he knew this? Look at this. What is the first meal people will eat in paradise? And what make the baby look like his father? Oh, or mother? The people say just now. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Jibril is coming. Jibril open the door. Jibril, walking step of Jibril. Jibril, he come into the prophet. Jibril, he deliver for the prophet. Bingo. Just now, Jibril had informed me. If. Okay, what Jibril informed you? Listen at the information which is coming from Allah. So Muslim cannot say this is a lie. This is Jibril told him. This is not Muhammad guessing. Read. He says, and Jibril, by the way, is the enemy of the Jews. How is that? And then he says, as for the first portent of the hour, the first meal, it will be the first sign of the hour, it will be the fire collect people from the east and the west. But there's only two directions, east and west. Okay. And then as for the first meal of people of paradise, it will be the loop of the liver of the whale. And we explained to you before why, right? Who remember why? Why Muhammad promising people that they will have a liver of the whale when they go to heaven as a first meal? Anyone knows? Sex. Here we go. The prophet of the proof that Muhammad is a prophet. He is a prophet. He is saying to them, the first meal Allah will give you, eat the liver of the. Okay, how big this liver is? How many whales there is in heaven? Allah will open a butcher house to feed more than 1 billion human being, including the one who died before us, to eat liver. All the Muslim will be sitting, and there is like a lot of red liver, and everybody his mouth is full with blood, because this is liver, is not cooked. Fresh liver of the whale. Why? Because the Arab, they have rumors that if you eat the liver of the whale, you will be very good in bed. So this is the first meal. It's a Viagra. Okay, and now Muhammad, he get more intelligent. Remember, the one who told him this information is Jibreel. So Muslim cannot say Muhammad he was guessing, Muhammad he made a mistake. No, he says Jibreel just informed me. That's it. This is Jibreel, which means Allah. And then he said, and as for the how the baby look like, let us go move it Arab. Okay. Now Muhammad will explain to us how the baby looked like his parents. What is the reason? Look at this. He says, then if a man discharge proceed of the women, then the child resembled the father. Science. Jibreel told him. Jibreel, which means, by the way, he will be a boy. I can show you different hadith where it says adhkar, which means became a male. So if the man have orgasm first, the baby will look like the parents and he will be a male. If the women have discharge first, the baby will be a female. Okay, that is taught by Allah. And then the guy, he said to him, wow, how you know that? You must be a prophet. If the women have discharge first, then the child resemble the mother. Science. This is science of Allah. There's no way Muhammad is lying here. It's true. This is proven to be true. And this is why if ever I get married, I will never have an orgasm first. I will let my wife have it first. I don't want my son to look like me. I mean, that is horrible. I will never do that to my kid. This is the proof of your prophet. The Quran say the same. The Hadith say the same. And Muhammad, he made it. Muhammad, he never stopped repeating the same thing. Like here, the Messenger of Allah said, "The man water is thick," because the Muslim, they start saying to you, "Oh, he meant something else. He's talking about the DNA, and he's talking about blah 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 and chromosome." What a chromosome? Read it. The water of the man is thick and white. The water of the women is thin and yellow. And what is that water? It is something the women she see in her private part. So it is not something internal, it is something external. It's coming out. This is why the Quran in chapter 86 verse number 6 and 7 says gushing fluid. 86 verse number 6 and 7. This gushing fluid coming from where? Coming from the ribs of the women and the backbone of the man. Read with me. This is Ibn Kathir, not my interpretation. Meaning sexual fluid. It is what? It's confirmed to be a sexual fluid, not a chromosome. Sexual fluid comes out bursting forth. So this is the orgasm. Come out bursting forth. Out, not in, out, from the man and the women, Thus the child proceeded from both of them by the permission of Allah, for sure, the permission of Allah. Are you kidding me? Proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. Wonderful. Here we go. Miracle, science. All right. What do you say, people? Is that really what the prophet of God, who God taught him? Jibril just informed me. Women, they have gushing sexual fluid coming from their ribs. And by the way, it's not even the ribs, it is the location of the necklace. Do we have any Muslim want to say something? My Skype is open. And by the way, the two sheikhs who did call me 2 days ago, and I asked them about their prophet and they could not answer, they asked me to speak to me in private. Maybe they will leave Islam. You remember the two sheikhs who called me and they were so excited? Yeah, they sent me a message. They want to talk to me in private. I hope they will denounce Islam and they will accept the Messiah soon. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Anyone? As you see, Islam is a very silly cult. You know, okay, this is my open challenge, nice challenge, a friendly challenge to the Muslims. You see, we Muslims, we love you, we really care for you. We don't hate you. We will never hate you. But this is my challenge. The Quran says in one of the verses the following. The Christian, they said, the Christian and the Jews, they said, no one will enter heaven unless he is a Christian or a Jew. And then Allah said to the Christians, bring your proof if you are truthful. Can I ask you the same question? Bring your proof if you are truthful. I can prove it to you very easy. From the Quran. Here we go. I do not even need to prove it to you. The Quran confirmed that the Christians, they go to heaven. Muhammad later he changed his mind. This is proof that Allah is a false God. Surely those who believe and those who are Jews and the Christians and the Sabian and whoever believe in Allah, they have no fear, they are going to go to heaven. Do you see it? So chapter 2 verse number 62 confirmed that Christian and Jews for sure go into heaven, and he add the star worship and the Sabian, which is proven to us again that Muhammad must be a false prophet, because how a star worshipper became in heaven? So how a Muslim can prove to me that he will go to heaven? You cannot, because even your prophet said it clearly. In the Quran, وَمَا مِنْكُمُ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Not even a single one of you, but he will enter hell. Hmm? 1971. And look at the translation. None of you but shall come to it. Is that true? No. 1971 interpretation. Here we go. What come to it? What do you mean come to it? It says wariduha. Wariduha does not mean come to it. They lie in the translation. Always. They cannot be truthful. Hmm. Guys, do you see it? Read carefully what it says. This is the Muslim interpretation, not mine. That not one of you but shall come to it, and but shall enter hell. Do you see it? Do you see it? Every Muslim, according to the Quran, he will enter hell. Enjoy your trip. And this is not my interpretation, and this is not my translation. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. In the Hadith, Muhammad, he say the following. Let us see this one. Muhammad, he says, none of you, and here the translation is false. They add the word alone. But look, this translation does not have alone. What happened? It's the same sentence because the translator is a liar. Read it carefully. Allah Messenger said, the deed of any of you will not save you from hellfire. They said, even you, Prophet, will not be saved by your deed. He said, even I, unless Allah he warp me with his mercy. Do you see it? So what do you mean in the Quran? The one who do good deed, the one who give Muhammad donation, Allah will double his reward, Allah will forgive him. It's a lie. He just said to them, all your deed will not save you. Muslim Pure, he's saying, why you are selective? Okay, I'm not selective. Show me something good. Guys, I'm not selective. Here we go. I'm not selective. Show me something. Okay, you see, when you say selective, still you cannot answer it. So what do you want me to do? If I pick up for you, let us say Christian Prince is picking the bad apple, but that means there's a bad apple. So how Muhammad is a prophet and he says stupid things? The bad apple proved Muhammad to be a bad prophet, false prophet, fraud. So what do you mean selective? Do you want me to read for you the verse where Muhammad saying any Muslim woman give herself to the prophet? Okay, I'm not going to be selective. Who is a Muslim want to show me something good about Muhammad? Here we go. I'm going to take a break from bad stuff about Muhammad. No, I go in Saturday in the morning, so people, morning my time, so people from Asia, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, India, they can be with us. Who is a Muslim want to give me something positive about Muhammad? Like what? Like what? There's a guy, he wanna call me, his name is Iqbal. Okay, give me his ID, we will call him, no problem. Give me your ID, Mr. Iqbal. Give me your Skype ID, please. I know that people who their name is Iqbal, they have a lot of knowledge. You cannot buy paradise. Okay, that's mean Muslim proper. Abbas, you just said your prophet is a liar, because the Quran says if you give Allah alone, Allah forgive your sin. That is a bribe. And the Quran in front of you. What is the requirement to go to heaven? Read it carefully. Money. If you lend into Allah a goodly loan, He will double it for you. We go and we see Muhammad collecting money. It's about money. If you give Allah a loan, have you ever heard of a God he is begging for money? Can't Allah make Muhammad find all the gold in the world? Can't Allah order the diamond to come from the ground for Muhammad? Even the oil in Saudi Arabia is not Allah who found it. It was the American and the English people. You cannot bribe God. You can in Islam. Here we go. Any Muslim would like to say something? Flesh, we don't have time for kids here. Anyone have an excuse that he's been blocked for being a child? You can make an account again, and you can call me. They block only idiots who they are kids, wasting our time. Have you ever seen me blocking someone he claimed to be a sheikh? We welcome them. Who have a long beard here? He would like to call me right now. Who is an ustad here? You are not a liar. That money is not for Allah. He does not need money to help the poor. Hold on, guys. Muhammad, Allah do not need money. Okay, who is the one who collect the money? Muhammad. Let us see what Muhammad he do with the money. How many slaves Muhammad he have, and how many wives, and where the money is coming from? The Muslim who said the money is not for Allah, it's to help the poor. Who is the poor here? Muhammad. Muhammad is a poor man. He have 13 wives and hundreds of slaves. Who is feeding them? Who is the one? What is the job of Muhammad? What he do for living? Any Muslim can tell me what Muhammad he do for living? Okay, I think Muhammad Iqbal is posting his Skype. Can you guys post it again? Can you post it again so we can see his Skype and we copy it? The text was moving so fast I could not get it. Iqbal, what is your ID, please? Okay, Muhammad Iqbal. I don't think this is an ID, my friend. This is not an ID. Can you post it again, Mr. Muhammad? You call me, why you block me? How you can call me, you block you? You can make a new Skype if you are blocked as you claim. Stop making so why you are asking me to add you if you are saying I blocked you? And what is the proof that I blocked you? And I don't know you. I have tens of thousands of people are blocked. They send me stupid words, threat. You know, I block people because they are stupid. That's meaning you are one of them if you are blocked really. And if you really want to call, you can make a new Skype name in 2 seconds and call me. That is an excuse. It's a false excuse. Who is a prophet who is asking the women to asking Muslim to give donation, and the donation is women? Have you ever heard of a donation like this? A prophet of God, his God, he made the verses saying to him, it's lawful for you women as the following. Let us see who is feeding those women. O prophet, your wives. Who is feeding the wives of Muhammad? What was the salary of Muhammad to the point he have all those wives? I want to know how somebody in the world today, he's a poor man, yet he have many wives and he feed them all. And not only that, every woman she have a bunch of slaves to serve her. You see how poor Muhammad is? How many slaves every wife of the prophet they have? Very poor. And the verse in the front of you says your right hand possess. So you can't say there's none. Like the guy we called him, you know, the two sheikhs who called me, he says, show me where the prophet have his slaves. Muhammad, he opened the door, he received Mary the Copt and her cousins and her niece, whatever, all of them one package. You see how poor he is? And then Muhammad, he asked women to give donation. What the donation? Give yourself to the prophet. It's lawful for you, prophet, all the women you married and women who they are your slaves and the daughters of your uncle and the look, all these verses about sex, just sex for the prophet is just a privilege for the private part of Allah prophet. In the top of that, and any believing women, she gave herself to the prophet. And here they add to marry her. What is the word to marry her? It's not exist. As a privilege to thee only. It's a privilege to who? Muhammad is not a Muslim. Muhammad, he have a different law. He don't follow the law of Islam. A Muslim man, he can have 4. Muhammad, any believing women, she can give herself to the prophet. What does have to do with God? And what that will do to God? And what kind of God? He says, I have a prophet, I want you Muslim women to give your private part to him. You know what I mean? What does have to do with God? What kind of God and what kind of a prophet? What kind of God? He says, hey prophet, hey women, Muslim women, I want you to give yourself to the prophet. Huh? Give yourself. But the guy is not a single. Like if Muhammad is trying to find a woman and he cannot find one and Allah is helping him, I will say, okay, I understand this guy is single. This guy already have tons of women, they are laying down in his bed. So what this verse is about? And any believing women, she offer herself. We have Mr. Ali Justin, he is saying poor knowledge. Okay, Ali, why you don't call me and help me with the knowledge, Mr. Ali? Mr. Ali can help you. Mr. Ali, he have the knowledge. Are you there, Mr. Ali? What do you think about you call me and show me your knowledge? And then I will be happy to learn from your knowledge. Why you Muslims are hiding your knowledge from us? Why you don't want to share your knowledge? Amazing knowledge. Who is a Muslim would like to call me right now and share the amazing knowledge? Because as you see, I have a poor knowledge. I don't understand why Allah is making a verse saying any woman she want to give her private part to the Prophet. You can't tell me why and what that will accomplish to Allah. Anyone? Who is a Muslim and tell us what this have to do with God? Why God is making verses to the Muslims? What if an ustad right now in Indonesia, he go in the morning, he says, I receive a message from Allah saying any Indonesian Muslim woman, she want to give herself to me. What you respond, Muslims? Shouldn't you ask him why God is saying that to you? You don't want to question that? All cult leaders, they share one thing. They want your money and they want to sleep with your women. Prove me wrong. Anyone? He's a prophet of God. I mean, his message is to teach you about being holy, to be good, not about saying any woman she want to give herself to me, take me baby. And his guy, he have a lot of women already, and he have many slaves sleeping with them already. So why he want more? My friend, the Indonesian book is already out, and we posted the link. And please download it from that link. People share when somebody asks, so you can download. And the link will disappear soon. So download the video, put it in your G drive, and share it with your friends. And this is my gift to the beautiful people of Indonesia. Muslims and Christians, we love you all. You know, when we speak against Islam, does not mean we are against people. We are not against who call themselves Muslims. Actually, I feel sorry for them. They are victims. They lie to, they don't speak Arabic, they have no idea what is written in the book, and they are good people. You see what Jesus said, time will come and people will think by killing you they are doing favor to God. But which God? Who is a Muslim when tell me why Allah is insisting that women should give themselves to the Prophet? What does have to do with God? A prophet who have already many women. What for? No answer. No answer. He asked for the money, the best of the booty to the Prophet. Why? Hey guys, if you go to that house and you steal the furniture, the biggest TV in the house is mine. Why is that? Privilege to the Prophet. The fifth of every attack goes to the Prophet. Is that true? Why Muhammad he will take the fifth? He will take the fifth before you give it to the poor. And by the way, who is the poor? So you steal from the Christian, you give it to the poor. What poor? You should know that the fifth of the attack is to Allah and Allah apostle, and then after that is for the orphan and the kids. Do you see it? So if the Muslims attack a house and the house have $10,000, Muhammad alone, let us say there's 10,000 soldier. Let us do some calculation here. Who want to help me in the mathematics?
I cannot use the calculation of Allah because it's all over wrong, proven to be wrong. So if Muhammad he received from an attack, from a theft, this is what attack is, $10,000 from an attack, and then there is 10,000 soldier, $10,000, and then there is 10, this is 1,000, sorry, and there's 10,000 Muslim soldier. Okay, Muhammad alone, he take the fifth. How much the fifth of 10,000? People tell me. What is the fifth of 10,000? 2,000 for Muhammad. Okay, now we have 10,000 men. We are going to divide the 8,000 left for them. What is the number? Somebody give me the number. 80 cents. You see how poor Muhammad? This is a great business. Muhammad is dead poor. Do Allah need money? Obviously yes. And who is the one who will take the money? Muhammad. The fifth will be divided among the listen, the fifth, okay, hold on. I can show you right now. Anyone who speak Arabic, who is a Muslim, like those two guys who called me just 2 days ago. If you can call me, please call me right now, and I will make you see how the money of this is divided. It's a privilege to the Prophet, the best of the booty, the fifth of the booty, and women, and marrying without parents, without witnesses. Even witnesses, there is no way to witness. You go to a woman in the bedroom, you say you are my wife if you are Muhammad. And all of this money, by the way, is a theft. Okay, I want to ask proper, how you divide the women you steal? The fifth, you said the fifth is to the poor, right? Okay, let us say you attack the Jews and now you took 500 women. How you divide those women and children's to the poor? Any Muslim can tell me? You are saying that this is a money will be given to the poor, claiming, okay, you attack, you have 1,000 women and 1,000 child. How you divide the percentage between Allah and the Muslims? Give me your thought, please. You give the poor human? Hey, you are poor? I'm going to give you 10 slaves. Islam is very generous religion. Islam will kidnap your children and will give them to the poor Muslims, and that will make you a very, very rich person because you can sell the slaves. Huh? You see what the Muslim proverb he says? The slaves are sold for money. So Muslim people, guys, be my witness. Muslim people, Abbas, he gave us another jewelry of his choice. He says Islam take the slaves and sell them for money. Islam take the slaves and sell them for money. Women became slaves, and some will be sold, and the money will be spent on the poor. I mean, you see how good this religion is? We kidnap women from their husband, and now we sell them. They used to be free. We kidnap them, we sell them out, and just to give to the poor. Oh boy. Anyway, this guy is just a kid anyway. I wish his parents they can speak to me. Do we have any Muslim would like to call me? Mayday, mayday. You see, we are trying to find any reasoning really to find something truthful in those Muslim articles that Muhammad is really a prophet. We read the whole article, we find no proof of whatsoever. Allah supported him with miracles, evidence of people reason and understanding. What miracles? Like what? What miracles Muhammad he was supported with? Even the Quran says Muhammad have no miracles. Isn't the Quran says وَمَا مَنَعَنَا أَن نُرْسِلَ بِآيَاتِنَا. I'm typing in English. This is always happen. Do you see it, Muslims? What made us refrain from sending miracles? Allah saying, I refrain from sending. So where is the miracles of Muhammad? And this is when the funny guys, maybe many of you do not notice, this is a verse. It's coming in which verse? Which chapter? Look at this. And we refrain from sending signs only because of a man of former generation treated them as false. But do you know what chapter this? This is the chapter of Al-Isra, which means when Muhammad he went to heaven. So even this miracle is false. There's no witnesses, nobody saw it. Even Aisha, she said Muhammad was lifted up to heaven by his spirit, not by his body, which means he did not move from her bed. She witnessed for that. And the same chapter saying Allah refrained from sending miracle. So if Allah he split the moon, and Allah he sent Muhammad to the moon or to the sky, and then in the same chapter Allah says I refrain from sending miracle. Which one of them is true? Which one of them is true? The verse in front of you, it says he refrained. The same chapter where supposedly Allah he took him to heaven. But isn't it taking somebody to heaven is a miracle? So the same chapter saying that Muhammad he went to heaven, and by the way, it doesn't say even he took him to heaven. This is one of the stupid things in this book. Okay, actually, here we go. The verse in the front of me, where in the verse it says that Allah he took him to heaven. Have you ever heard of a crazy religion like this? Allah he mentioned he took him to the mosque, which supposedly the Muslim they claim the Aqsa is the one in Jerusalem. How come he forgot he took him to heaven? Where is the heaven? Which one is more important, to take him to a mosque or to take him to 7 galaxies? So that's mean the Quran is saying a story, and the Muslim they tell us a story about Muhammad went to the heaven, because the Quran never says he went to heaven. My friend, you did not get it. The people they keep asking Muhammad for a miracle, and the verse is so clear. The same verse in the same chapter where about Muhammad went to heaven, it says Muhammad he did not receive a miracle. So how in the verse number 1 says praise be to Allah, the one who took him to the Aqsa mosque? This is a miracle. Sending a flying mule, flying donkey with 2 wings, and he fly all the way to heaven, and then he go to Jerusalem. That is a miracle. And then after that you say to us we did not give him a miracle after that. And where is the heaven here? Why Allah he forgot to mention that Allah he took Muhammad to the heaven? Why Allah he saying he took him to the Aqsa mosque? That's it. That's what Allah miracle is. Where is the heaven? Huh? Any Muslim? Here we go, the verse in the front of you. This is the only verse in the Quran speaking about the descendant of Muhammad. He did not descend anywhere. This is a lie. He just went to Jerusalem. He did not go to heaven. This is the verse. Either you say that there is a mistake in the Quran, Allah he forgot to mention the heaven, which is more important than going to Jerusalem. Guys, which one is more important? To report to you that 2 months ago I went to Germany and I went to France and I went to many countries, or I went to heaven? What do you think? What do you think, people? Which one is more important? I say to you, 2 weeks ago I was in Germany, and I forget that 2 weeks ago I went to heaven in the same day. So it's stupid. The story proven Muhammad to be a false man. He forgot to add the heaven there. He forgot it. No, my friend, Jesus, he gave all the signs. All the prophecies about Jesus, they came into happening. That is a sign. You are being silly. Don't cut off words and play with it. Jesus, he made tons of miracles. How dare you to say what you are saying, you're claiming? Isn't it Jesus who raised people from death? He made the blind see. This is a sign. Sign here is a miracle. Where is the heaven? What happened? Read the Arabic. What do you mean read the Arabic? Here we go. It doesn't say anything about heaven. سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير. Where is the heaven? I will shave my 20-foot beard if you show me the heaven. And if it's not there, you need to explain to me why Allah he forgot to mention something extremely important, taking Muhammad to heaven. Why the story in the Quran does not match with the story of Muhammad saying he went to heaven? If the Quran is coming from God and Muhammad is speaking for the same God, the story should match. Right? Okay, guys, Muslim proper, he says the prophet he have many miracles. Okay, but the Quran says no. So which one you follow? Do you see the hypocrisy? This guy, he called me before many times. He says if the hadith is against the Quran, we don't take it, we don't accept it. No, he's doing the opposite. Isn't it the Quran says that Allah he refrained from sending miracles? So Allah he refrained from sending miracle. You say no, Allah did not refrain from sending miracle. So which one of them is true? Did Allah refrain or Allah did not refrain? So the hadith says, according to you, Muhammad, actually one of the miracles of Muhammad, he spoke to a dead lizard and he made him say shahada. Is that true, Mr. Muslim Pepper? Is that true that your prophet he made a lizard convert to Islam? Is that the miracle you're talking about? A lizard, he took shahada? I thought the lizard is the enemy of Allah. Any Muslim want to call me and tell me about the lizard who converted to Islam? And he said shahada. Okay, but the Quran says Muhammad he have no miracle. And why the lizard story is not in the Quran? What happened? Allah have time to tell us about the ant. She told the other ants about Suleiman, but Allah have no time to tell us about a miracle. He made a dead lizard convert to Islam and say Shahada. Or two trees, they come and they keep Muhammad in the shade during the time he was doing poo-poo. Or two trees, they left their place and they were creeping in their belly, and they came to the Prophet to say, we want to convert to Islam. And by the way, why the trees they want to keep Muhammad in the shade during doing poo-poo? I mean, how long he is doing poo-poo? Let us say I sit under the tree to do poo-poo. Okay. How long? Because they are moving to keep him in the shade. That's me Muhammad doing poo-poo like for 10 hours. All those stories are nothing but fabrication. The Quran says Allah he refrain. So either we believe in the Quran. Allah keep repeating that they ask me about miracle. Say await and wait with them. We refrain. We never send. We will not send. And then they say to us, no, he have miracles. How the Quran, the Muslims, they say that the moon splitting is a miracle, which is the eclipse, which is funny. This is not moon splitting. And then they say to us that the Quran says Allah, and the verse came after it, Allah refrained from giving miracles. Imagine I make a book about a prophet. From page number 1 to page number 100, I'm saying the prophet, I'm quoting for you the prophet miracles. And the last statement in the prophet, I say to you, and Allah, he says, I refrain from sending miracles. Do you remember the verse where Allah supposedly saying to the people, make Quran like this? And this is a miracle. The Quran is a miracle supposedly. So by making this statement, you just made a miracle supposedly. So how there's no miracle? Do you see how stupid the logic is? If Allah in the Quran saying that the Quran is a miracle, that's mean when he said and we refrain from sending a sign, he is being stupid because he just made a miracle. Nobody can make that. And by the way, nobody can make Quran. This is one of the most funny thing, because the Arab, they were dying laughing at the Quran, saying to him, this is asatirul awwalin. This is nothing but the fairy tales of kids. People that tell it before sleep. And if you want, we can make better than this, but it's stupid. We will not. Look at those verses. Chapter 6 verse 25, 8:31, 16:24, 23:83, 25:5, 27:68, 46:17, 68:15, 83:13. All of them, they are saying one thing. It is nothing but fairy tales of kids. And not only that, they said if you want, we can make it the same, but it's stupid. It's like challenging me to make something stupid. Can you put your tongue out like me? Yeah. I will be a fool to do that. And when our Quran recite into them, they say, didn't the Muslim, they say that when the Arab, they heard the Quran, they were like, wow, crazy, my brother, so amazing, look at them. What? No, they were laughing at the Quran. Says, we have heard indeed, if we pleased, we could say the like of it. This is nothing but fairy tales. Do you see it? Anyway, one more time, for people who they are in Indonesia, today we give our book for free, which is Quran and Science in Depth in the Indonesian language only, for free, no other book, Indonesian language. And the admin will post the link for you. After I finish my broadcast, this link will not be active no more. then you have you Indonesian people, you have to share your own link. You post it in your G drive or whatever you want, and people they can, like I heard somebody saying he posted in Facebook, but the link will not be active there. The link will be taken, will be empty. I will delete the file from the drive. So you need to share the file in your own drive and share it with your friends. It's for free to have a drive sharing in Google. All right, so please download the book, because soon maybe I will go and make some food, something, and then I will take the link off. All right, so this is my gift to all the Muslims. This is my gift specifically to the Indonesian. I really care for you. I want to save you from the cult of Islam. Those who worship such a false god, they do not know what they are doing. And my Lord, He used us to warn you. Time will come and you will be questioned. Time will come and you breathe your last breathe, and you will find that there is no heaven of Allah, and there is no Allah, and Muhammad is a liar, and there is no sex in heaven, and heaven is not about sex, for God is holy. You will find that heaven is not a McDonald's restaurant where there's a French fries and yummy yummy. That is not God heaven. That is a restaurant. God heaven is not a refrigerator full of beer and wine. God heaven is not a bedroom. Women they are naked and their legs is open. Excuse my language. God heaven is not a pimp house. Jesus, he entered the temple and he kicked out the Jews who they are just selling in the yard, not in the temple, in the outside yard. He said to them, you made the house of my father a bazaar. You made the house of my father a market. Shame on you. Get out of here. You're a prophet. He made the house of his God a pimp house. That cannot be from God. God is holy, my friend. God is not a pimp. God will not give me a woman and he will describe to me even the size of their breast. What kind of God? What kind of God? He says to me, I will give you women with big boobs. What kind of God this God is? What is this? This is the devil. Follow me, believe in me. I have boobs waiting for you, big boobs. Hey, don't you want boobs? We have big boobs here. Yes, big like watermelon. I mean, don't we have a brain? Don't we have a brain? Isn't it obvious? This cannot be from God. Imagine I go right now in the street and he say, hey, I'm a prophet of God. If you believe in me, my God will give you a good big boobs. This is what the verse in the front of you is saying. I am a Christian. I follow the living Lord, the Lord of holiness, who his word is true, his teaching is decent, his wisdom is beyond imagination, his holiness cannot be measured, his act, his proof, his fruit is amazing. That is my Lord. Not a Lord he want to seduce me and tempt me by boobs. That cannot be from God. Repent, my friend. Repent and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord right now before it's too late. There's no God like that. Just go and watch some porn channels if you want to get that. That is not God. God who promised me a cup of wine is silly God. A God who promised me a bracelet in my hand, a silly God. A God who promised me a couch, a pillow. What is that? A couch? One verse he says, I will give you a bracelet made of gold. Another verse says, I will give you a bracelet made of silver. And who in the world care for a bracelet of gold? And why a man will wear a bracelet of gold? You want to be pretty? So you are a man now in heaven and you want to be pretty. You put jewelries in your hands. Where do you want to put the bracelet? In your feet or in your hand? God who want to provide me with the Gucci. What kind of God this God is? Isn't it obvious? He's speaking to the poor Arab, trying to seduce them because they never have a pillow, they never have bracelet of gold, they never have silk cloth. He promised them that you will not suffer from heat because they live in the desert. Even your t-shirt will be green. I mean, how boring and how ugly. Green clothes? Why? I'm in a surgery room. And to make it more funny, even he copy a word from the Persian language, and the Quran says that the Quran is a pure Arabic. So he says to them, I will give you istabrak. And what is istabrak? A silk brocade. The market is that, sorry, the brand is istabrak, Gucci. And there in this heaven there will be women who nobody put his inside their this is God. The God is describing for me what is inside their private part. Who is a Muslim here when I say this is okay? What is inside their private part? Do you see it? This is God. I'm so glad he did not describe what is in the back door. I mean, I'm so glad he stopped there. This is God. This is the holy God. The one who created the universe is describing for us now what the woman she have in her private part as a gift for you. Hey, be happy. There's nobody was there before you. You are the one who will get the silk because he knew that those Arab, they enjoy such an act. And not only that, each time you have sex with them, Allah will make them again virgin. I mean, this is even cheating. You just slept with her. I was stupid. Anyway, guys, we are done for today. And again, remember, please don't think against the Muslim. Don't hate the Muslims. Be a loving person. We are here to help them. We are here. I'm not making fun of Muslims. I am exposing the lies of the Quran. Muslims are victims. They need your help. They need your love. They need your aid, not your anger, not your curse, not your bad language. There are people like us. There's millions and millions of good people between them, and they deserve good to be given to them. Be good to them, my friend. Be good as the Lord He order you. Pray for those who curse you. Forgive those who do wrong against you. Love your enemy. Pray for them. That is the Messiah. Be a good follower of the Christ teaching, because nothing will save you except you being a follower, not just a believer with empty words. We don't believe in Shahada. We don't believe in witnesses. The witness, the true witness to Jesus is the one who witnessed by his act. The one who see a poor man, he help him, not the one who say, I pray to Jesus to help you. The one, if he sees somebody is injured, he is a Muslim, you help him, not the one who says, I pray to Jesus to help you. The one who, if he see an old person, he need help, he need food, he feed him, not I pray to God to feed you. The one who pray too much is hypocrite, for he did not do the act. His prayer is empty. It is a lie. It is just to take responsibility which is given to you. We don't believe in empty words. We don't believe in false God. The one who follow him, he follow his steps, and the steps of the Messiah is wonderful. Thank you very much for being here, and don't forget to download the video immediately, because we will not keep it there. Maybe in 2-3 hours from now we will take it down. And please, people who they are from Indonesia, this is the final chance to download the file of the book, and later you have to ask your friends about it. Quran and Science in Depth, my gift for you for free, and soon I will give more books for free, actually, in other languages. Thank you guys for being here. May the Lord have mercy on all of us. May the Lord open the eyes of the Muslims. May the Lord make us able to share our love with those Muslims, so they can see a different image of life. They can see that what Muhammad told them about the Christians is false. We are not evil. We love them. We love them as we love our own family. We love them to the point we want to save them. We love them to the point we spend our time speaking to them to be saved, not because we hate them. Be a messenger of God of love, for God himself is love. May the Lord bless you. Have a happy weekend. I will try to go again maybe later online today, if not maybe tomorrow. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. I mean to that, and see you soon. Thank you.